when Trump was running for election this time around, right? At first, it was smooth sailing, it was Joe Biden. Sleepy Joe. So Sleepy Joe was in fact sleepy, and he couldn't speak. And it's one of those things when you're the Trump campaign, I'm sure you are feeling great, It's just like he's gonna poop his pants on stage, It's a Sleepy Joe. But then, became a race. And so this coalition was built. That was kind of interesting. You got RFK came over. RFK Jr. came over with a Maha thing. Where he was like, look, we can agree on making America healthy again. Let's work on ending this kind of corrupt FDA, USDA thing and all that. And so there was a lot of crunchies out there who've followed RFK for a while. Who were supporting his campaign. Okay, if RFK Jr. is going to be part of the cabinet, I'll vote for Trump. So you got the crunchies in there. And the crunchies are an interesting lot because they tend to be, more libertarian in that they don't want laws dictating how they live their life, But I think historically speaking, they tend to vote like Green Party or Democrat, if they're going pragmatic, don't waste your vote type people. So you got those cats over. Trump went to the Libertarian convention, and he said, I'll put a Libertarian in my cabinet. Of course, RFK had just bought the lifetime membership, so he goes, it's RFK, surprise. Not a real one. And so, but he made his appeal. He goes, we're just going to be so libertarian, you won't even believe it, no more foreign wars, or yes! And so people who were opposed to this constant war for constant soldiers, the funding of wars in other countries. He said we should end all this stuff. And so a lot of people jumped on about that. They go, yes, we should stop funding this kind of stuff. So you had sort of some libertarians, some peaceniks, some crunchies, all kind of coming together. The young man vote went particularly well for Donald Trump, college-age guys and just, young 20-somethings. Like the dude contingent came out. People might blame that on the podcast. The podcast bros had them on. Flagrant and Rogan and I always blank on his damn name. What's his, with the mullet? Theo, yeah, Theo. I don't know why. There's certain things that just live in a little black hole in my brain, and every time I try to get there, I go, I don't know. It's somewhere, but I know it's in there. I just can't get to it. But yeah, Theo Von and all that, which that was the best interview ever.
Seriously.
Yeah. Oh man, doing cocaine make you like an owl. Anyway, so you have this big group of people, right? It's falling apart. Like he's got, thanks to Thanksgiving, it is clear that he still has the Fox News audience. Charlie, what's the median? And for people that don't remember the math, so average is average. Add it all up, divide by the total thing. Median means half of the people are on one side, the other half are on the other side. So median age of viewers, meaning half the viewers are younger than this age, but half are older than this age. Okay?
Okay.
Median age Fox News viewership.
Oh, like currently?
Yeah, like now.
55?
68.
Wow.
Yeah, it's only old people.
I thought 55 was high.
55 is high. 55 is high. Like, you are not reaching the target demo at 68. And I think all of them are like that. Or maybe they're the worst because they have the most people watching, but it's all the olds.
They're asleep by 6.
Hey, listen. My dad likes a nice nap around 5, and he gets back up, and he's got murder to watch.
Might as well just cut all your programming at 6 p.m.
Just put on that little Indian head with the... But anyway, so the Trump's got the Fox News people, the boomers. He's got the boomers, the right wing boomers.
No,
yes, and they are all of the things he does is they're either smart or they're 4D chess. It's always he's got a grand strategy, and it's really brilliant when you think about it. The rest of it is falling apart. Young men, that group, that kind of 20-something, some of them are heading over to, the old gay Hispanic white supremacist Nick Fuentes. At some point, I'm going to listen to something he says, find out if he is actually... Because I don't know if he's actually white supremacist or that's just what the news people call him, but they call everybody. But he does seem fairly anti-Semitic. I think he's openly racist. Maybe he said he is racist. And he is openly anti-Semitic.
He admitted it?
Yeah. I think he was just like, yeah, I'm racist and I'm anti-Semitic. And you go, all right. So, I don't know.
We don't have to make it up anymore, I guess.
I also think that this dude's a plant. I don't think he's a legitimate. Like, suddenly I get my Alex Jones hat on. It's like, he came in from nowhere. He came from freaking nowhere, man. Suddenly this popular CIA plant.
Look at the frogs.
Frogs. Turn the frogs gay. 2 frogs mated. Nick Fuentes was the baby. Gay Nazis. Anyway.
God, I love these times, man. These times are great.
It is times. But like Nick Fuentes is growing a lot with young men, and a big part of it is he is very opposed to what we have going on with Israel. He's got other thoughts. A lot of his stuff is very collectivist, very well, I guess the Nazis were collectivists. But anyway, it's more big government. It's just weird that it gets lumped in with kind of like right-wing stuff. Because it seems like a lot of the stuff he's a fan of are closer to Democrat policies, which I don't totally understand. But like I said, I haven't really listened to him. His voice irritates me too, and his little face, it irritates me. Though he does kind of look like a young Ben Shapiro, which is kind of funny since they hate each other. They should fight.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Great ideas on this show.
Yeah. It would be so sad. That's so great. Maybe they could dress like gnomes, tights, hat.
For the fight?
Yeah, for the fight. I don't know. No shirt, tights, gnome hats.
Let's make this happen.
Yeah, we need a sponsor. Kalshi is sponsored. All right. Anyway, what the hell am I saying? Okay, so Trump's coalition's falling apart. The young men, a lot of them have flocked to Fuentes or whatever. But a big thing is a lot of the young men, they were coming over because they were like, no more foreign wars, no more paying for foreign wars. Yes, I agree with that. Let's not do that. And Trump's kind of been like, well, we're still going to do foreign wars. And it's like, we stopped all these wars. Like, cool. It's like, and you haven't attacked anybody. It's like, we've attacked a few people. We attacked Iran, and that could have turned into World War III, but it didn't. You go, okay. They go, also, we're going to go to war with Venezuela. You go, Venezuela? Why? It's like, they're attacking us with fentanyl. Fentanyl? Are they major players in the fentanyl trade? Well, no. They sell cocaine. Right. But so anyway, we're the peace president Bondurant has been supporting Israel throughout this whole thing they've been doing with Palestine, with Gaza, with whatever. But Ukraine, Russia has not ended, and now we're picking a fight in Venezuela. So this group, especially over the Israel part of it, is kind of falling around. All right, well, that's not what I wanted. The Maha thing, I guess, is still going. RFK Jr. is still kind of doing whatever he's doing, and that seems to be going fine. But one of the other big things was getting spending in order. Doge was a huge thing. Doge is going to cut $1 trillion or something. And, I remember when that was the goal and being like, well, we actually need to cut 2.5. But a cut's a cut, and I'm happy. Doge ended up cutting, I don't know, 100 billion or something. More than nothing. And he shut down, did shut down a lot of weird NGO activity, which I think will learn more and more about. So it wasn't for nothing, but it's not as it was advertised. It was not as advertised. It was like, because remember, Doge was going to be there until July of next year, because that would be the 250th birthday. They were going to come out and be like, look at all these cuts we did. Look how great it is. And instead, it was like, we did some things up front and fizzle, 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 fizzle. And now it's just been, they go, well, Doge is basically functioning within each department now, so we don't need a separate department. You go, fine, whatever. So like that's falling apart. Epstein files, of course, that was a big thing. I'll release the Epstein files. It's a hoax. The whole thing's a hoax. It's like, which part exactly? The thing that happened to the girls? The money laundering part? Which part is the hoax? Because didn't you throw him out of Mar-a-Lago for being a creep? Did you, according to Mike Johnson, were you not informing the FBI of his bad actions because he was a creep? Like, what's the hoax here? Because in one way, sounds like you were a hero. You like being a hero, but you're saying it's a hoax. So I guess you're not a hero. And Epstein was fine. Like, So like, people are falling, but like, okay. So they don't trust. So, and then Cash and Bongino all talk about Epstein. All talk about this, that, and the other, JFK. And, they get in there and it's just same old crap. They're giving us a little more chit chat on, oh, yeah, no, we're cleaning things up. And this is all we're finding right now. We're cleaning stuff up. I promise this is all we're finding. And just nothing.
Stats.
Just random things here and there. You go, okay, cool. Like, I guess. So, like, people are kind of fed up with that. And people aren't trusting Kash Patel and his kidnapped self. Like, he's being held against his will and maybe by his lady. But people don't try. Like, it's perhaps people on the right aren't as distrusting as they were under the Biden administration, where they were like, hey, they're going to maybe try and put us in jail for our political or religious beliefs. So maybe it's not like that anymore, but they sure don't trust that they're not just stooges covering up crap. They just, and everyone just, the level of ass kissing is too much. It's too much. Like, I understand Trump likes praise. You want to praise him, make sure things keep moving in a good direction for your career. It's too much. It looks ridiculous. For this, I'm willing to concede to all Fox boomers, like, he's doing a great job. I'll just say, like, we'll just use that assumption, right? He's doing a great job. It looks ridiculous with people kissing his ass this much, regardless of him doing a great job. Reality, I have some criticisms, but just for the sake of argument, even if everything he's done has been perfect, there's just way too much ass kissing. And it looks ridiculous. He's not, he has not cut spending. This whole government shutdown was because they wanted to continue the Biden era spending that he vowed to cut because it's so bad for our economy, so bad for our dollar. And the Democrats said, no, we won't cut that. In fact, we need to spend all the Biden money, and we need to spend more in subsidies for the Affordable Care Act because it's unaffordable. You go, well, that's interesting. But just people, a lot, it's just, he doesn't have, he let his coalition fall to crap. He's going after people like Massey, who are literally trying to pass one subject bills for all the stuff he ran on. He's calling him a traitor, Marjorie Taylor Greene traitor, just left and right. He seems, he doesn't seem to believe, he changes his mind frequently.